Hey, it's JC. Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban lifestyle and the jungle survival. Today we're going to talk about which Swiss Army knife you would carry to pair with a fixed blade for bushcraft and survival. First, if you watch this channel regularly but have not subscribed, please do so to help the channel out. And if you'd like to support the channel even more, do check out my shop links in the description or pinned comment for some cool and original stuff. Thanks. If you go out to do bushcraft, go camping, or want to put yourself in a survival situation, more than likely you will be carrying some kind of a fixed blade. Whether it's something basically more a companion, which is still very capable, to something which is what might be considered bushcrafty in the form of the Joker Ember, or the Condor Bushlaw, or even the Condor Pterosaur, or something more modern in terms of the design and approach, like this Lion Steel M3. Regardless of the knife you'd carry in terms of a fixed blade, you probably want to have one on your belt. But if you watch my previous videos, especially one on the 3-knife system, then you know that we like to pair our knives with different knives to form a system, because 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So it does make sense to pair a fixed blade with a multi-tool, and of course everyone's favorite multi-tool would be a Swiss Army knife. So I know there's some really popular choices for Swiss Army knives that people would carry with a fixed blade, and that includes the Fieldmaster, the Huntsman, and basically anything with a saw. I kind of agree with that. Some people like the Climber or the Hiker, which is basically the main blade, a pen blade, and then the 2 basic cap lifter screwdriver tools and can opener. Then there's the scissors for this, and the difference would be of course the corkscrew or the Phillips head screwdriver for the back tool. And for the others, the Fieldmasters and Huntsmen, which I mentioned, then you have the additional saw. I think those are fine. A bit big in my opinion, but it's up to you. When I say big, I mean thick. For the longest time I was carrying the Swiss Soldier. I found that pretty good, but then I went with the Forester. It's basically the same in terms of the blade. They both are one-hand openers, but the Forester has a straight edge blade, which I personally prefer, and there's also the corkscrew instead of the Phillips head for the back tool, and that's good because then I can put in some tinder and a ferro rod, mini ferro rod in the corkscrew. So I think this basically becomes more functional and more practical in terms of a bushcraft kind of setup. Now, however, as I evolved my bushcraft setup, I moved from smaller knives to a slightly bigger knife. And with going up to a bigger knife, and I also carry a parang, which is an even bigger knife, then I wanted my Swiss Army knife to be downsized. I could go with something smaller because I already had bigger knives. I didn't need, I think, such a big one. So let me show you what I ended up with and how I carry it. So this is my current belt carry of a fixed blade as well as my Swiss Army knife. So the fixed blade is the Tops Brachimo, which I've discussed before, so I won't talk too much on it. This is the sheath that comes with the Brachimo, but then I had a sheath for a Swiss Army knife custom made by me by Marin Knives. Did a really nice job, very quality finishing. He's based out of Malaysia, so might be tough for you to get one if you're overseas, but if you're in Malaysia, you definitely want to check him out if you want a high quality Kydex sheath. And the Swiss Army knife of my choice is the Camper. So it doesn't have the scissors, but it has the saw, which, as I mentioned, I do believe very important for being in the outdoors. It's also got the corkscrew, so I can put my tinder and my ferro rod. And also this is customized, as I've shown before as well, in terms of the tweezers. You can see how it's shaped, and that is to help with stings, easier to grab than the traditional tweezers. And of course we've got some fire cord over here. So with those customizations, I find that this size fits me the best, or what I like to carry in terms of a Swiss Army knife when paired with my larger knives. And then with this system, I generally do not like to carry a pocket knife where it's in my pocket and bounces around when I'm hiking and moving about. So this goes securely on my belt, and yeah, this will never come out. So really nice all-round system, I think, to have, and pairing my Swiss Army knife with my fixed blade. Oh, let me know your thoughts in the comments in terms of which Swiss Army knife you pair with your fixed blade. I'm sure I'd like to hear your choices and why you chose them, and let me know how you carry it as well. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.